When it comes to innovation, reinsurers prefer collaboration. I'm John Weber, and AM Best has just released a comprehensive report on innovation in the insurance industry titled Insurers Agree, Innovation is Critical for Future Success. Joining me now to talk more about that are Victoria Ohorodnik, financial analyst, and Sridhar Maniam, director. And Sridhar, let's start with you. How is innovation impacting the reinsurance sector?
Reinsurance industry has always been collaborating. So the insurance industry is looking up to the reinsurance industry for risk management expertise, capital. So reinsurers are collaborating with them on one hand. And on the other hand, the non-traditional or the alternative capital has always been around in some form or the other. Maybe the magnitude might be different over the last 10, 15 years. And so reinsurers have been innovating in terms of block and tackle strategies like setting up sidecars, partnering with ILS vehicles, and even buying ILS vehicles these days in order to make sure that they stay relevant in the market. So they're always collaborating. And with the catastrophe pricing becoming less and less sensitive to cat losses, they're being forced to look for new avenues in order to collaborate. So for example, they're starting to partner with insurance companies in cyber. Mortgage has been growing for the last 5 years since Fannie and Freddie have opened up reinsurance strategies to mitigate their risk. And flood risk, we see reinsurance companies participating in flood insurance programs. So these are all ways that reinsurance companies are definitely trying to collaborate with insurers, alternative capital, etc., in order to make sure that they stay innovative and relevant.
Victoria, what are some of the key reasons that innovation is important to the reinsurers?
Well, the majority of the responders of the survey said that gaining a competitive advantage is the main reason for innovation. Some of the other top reasons included, growing in new markets and developing new products, better risk selection, as well as achieving operational efficiency. And, given the state of the current market, these results are not really surprising. As you know, 2017 was one of the biggest natural catastrophe years on record with over $100 billion in losses. Even so, in 2018, we did not see much rate improvement aside from some of the loss-affected lines of business. In 2019, the general consensus seems to be that the rates will not be faring much better. So overall, competing on price alone seems to be a thing of the very distant past. As such, companies are really forced to think outside of the box and be more creative and develop innovative solutions, but at the same time streamline their operations in order to be profitable, competitive, and gain new market share.
What do you think are some of the biggest challenges that reinsurers expect that innovation will solve?
Well, an overwhelming majority of the companies that responded to the survey said that systems and process inefficiencies is the main area where innovation can be the most helpful. Transferring legacy systems to new and more efficient platforms seems to be a top priority for many companies in the industry. A trend that we're seeing is that many companies are moving to cloud computing for the many benefits, including cost efficiency as well as better flexibility as well. So migrating from the more limited, physical centralized servers to the cloud is really, will really help alleviate a lot of the operational issues that companies currently face.
Sridhar, when you look at some of the recent technological developments, is there anything that particularly stands out that could impact reinsurers?
Yeah, I think reinsurers are being in touch with all the technological innovations that are going on in terms of they are investing heavily in big data, Internet of Things, cloud computing, etc. And like Victoria mentioned, cloud computing, especially with the power that it gives to reinsurers in order to store the data and process the data, really helps them in terms of aggregating the data that they get from their clients, from the thousands of insurers that they have, and processing them and coming up with better risk insights. So first, when catastrophe modeling came into the picture with Hurricane Andrew, maybe the computing power was not so much, the quality of data was not that great, but over the last 25 years, there have been tremendous efficiencies and improvements in data cleaning exercises, data cleaning technologies, and making sure that the catastrophe modeling gives the reinsurers and their clients better insights into the state of their catastrophe risk portfolio and how to optimize the profits. And the reinsurers are also seem to be more bullish about blockchain in terms of managing treaties and contracts and tracking the whereabouts of the contracts in real time. But I think these technologies, blockchain has a lot of challenges still to overcome before it becomes mainstream. So I think that is one place where we can wait and see if there's any inflection that's going to happen in terms of mainstream adoption.
Thank you, Sridhar and Victoria.
Thank you.
You can find the full report online at ambest.com. And for AM Best TV, I'm John Weber.